Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are diving into the profound wisdom of one of the most influential spiritual leaders of our time, Dr. Charles Stanley. His words have inspired millions to walk in faith, trust God's plan, and find strength in obedience. In this video, I will share with you 20 of his most powerful quotes that have the power to change lives and renew our faith. 1. Obey God and leave all the consequences to Him. This powerful statement reminds us that our role is obedience, and God will take care of the rest. 2. Fight all your battles on your knees and you win every time. Prayer is not our last resort, it is our greatest weapon. 3. You will never go wrong obeying God. Even when we don't understand His plan, obedience will always lead us to the right path. 4. God takes full responsibility for the life wholly devoted to Him. When we surrender completely, we can rest in His provision. 5. Our willingness to wait reveals the value we place on the object we're waiting for. Patience is a virtue, and in waiting, we develop trust in God's perfect timing. 6. God is responsible for the consequences of our obedience. We are responsible for the consequences of our disobedience. A reminder that our actions have consequences, but obedience always leads to blessing. 7. Disappointments are inevitable. Discouragement is a choice. Life will challenge us, but we can choose to remain hopeful and faithful. 8. Trusting God means looking beyond what we can see to what God sees. Faith is about seeing the invisible and believing the impossible. 9. We can be tired, weary, and emotionally distraught. But after spending time alone with God, we find that He injects into our bodies energy, power, and strength. God is our ultimate source of renewal. 10. Brokenness is God's requirement for maximum usefulness. Our struggles often prepare us for greater purpose. 11. We must remember that the shortest distance between our problems and their solutions is the distance between our knees and the floor. Prayer bridges the gap between our struggles and God's answers. 12. The time you spend alone with God will transform your character and increase your devotion. Then your integrity and godly behavior in an unbelieving world will make others long to know the Lord. Our personal time with God shapes who we become. 13. Wisdom is the capacity to see things from God's viewpoint. Seeking wisdom means aligning our perspective with God's. 14. Earthly wisdom is doing what comes naturally. Godly wisdom is doing what the Holy Spirit compels us to do. Following God's wisdom often means going against the world's expectations. 15. As children of a sovereign God, we are never victims of our circumstances. No matter what we face, we are always in God's hands. 16. If we walk in the Spirit daily, surrendered to His power, we have the right to expect anything we need to hear from God. God speaks to those who seek Him earnestly. 17. God blesses us so that we might bless others. Blessings are meant to be shared, not kept to ourselves. 18. You always have God's undivided attention. Even when we feel alone, God is always listening. 19th. As God's children, we are not to be observers. We're to participate actively in the Lord's work. Faith requires action. 20. The dark moments of our life will last only so long as is necessary for God to accomplish His purpose in us. No struggle is wasted in God's plan. These words of wisdom from Dr. Charles Stanley are not just quotes. They are life principles, guiding us to live with faith, obedience, and trust in God. If these words have touched your heart, share them with someone who needs encouragement today. Remember, obedience to God will always lead you in the right direction. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you abundantly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep trusting and obeying God.